Welcome back to more Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 1. Last time we started to explore the Woglinde and started to head towards the bridge, but we were requested to do some maintenance work, and so we ended off by obtaining the maintenance data in Shion's room. So now let's exit Shion's room. Oh, I got an email from Miyuki. I wonder what it is. Shion, how are you doing? Thank you for the MWS, the weapon you used in your left hand during battle, data from the test we ran alongside Cosmos in the Encephalon. I moved one step forward with my magnificent plans thanks to you. Now, the only thing I need is a real test. So I have sent you a real MWS. It should reach you soon. If the notices attack now, they're so dead. Doing these tests provides a bit of aerobic exercise and may even have some weight loss effects. So in a way, it's like you're killing two birds with one stone. Please make sure you pick it up when it arrives. Miyuki. P.S. I lost 3 kilograms. You see, it's like I said, the apple diet really works. A magnificent plan? What in the world is that girl planning? Let's head back. Oh, Chief Yuzuki. Lieutenant Caspase wants to talk to you about tuning up the Realians. I hear the lieutenant was just a military doctor after being commissioned, so he can't do anything by himself. It must be tough for you getting called in like this all the time. Not at all. I enjoy talking with the Realians. After you finish, give me a holler. Let's go get some coffee together.
Hello, you rang?
My apologies, Miss Uzuki. It seems we're constantly in need of your help.
No problem, Lieutenant. I want everyone to be healthy and happy too, after all. So, what's the problem today?
Well, I'm trying to teach them some new battle algorithms to better reflect the unit's reorg. But the integration is not going very smoothly.
You're right. He's rejecting the data. Let's see.
Let's see. I just need to check the Realians lying on the vet maintenance beds, right? Yes, thank you for your help. They're definitely rejecting the data. It has to do with the motivator and the motivating body. The sector that discriminates between self and others needs a tune-up. You have to make your self-preservation clear to them, or they get confused about the correlation between themselves and their orders. I see. Alright, let's start with you. How is that? It's just a temporary fix, though. Yes, I cannot express it appropriately, but I feel like some weight has been lifted. Everything feels a bit brighter. Thank you very much. Good. If the world looks brighter to you, then you're fine. Phew. This is my second all-nighter in a row and my 9th cup of coffee. Irregular lifestyles like this are really bad for your complexion. I'm definitely sleeping in my room tonight. I'll eat a lot of good food and sleep well in a soft, comfortable bed. We had a full-time counselor do the servicing before we left port. Unfortunately, when it's a long tour and we only have a maintenance beds, problems always crop up. Long missions are stressful for us too. Besides, these guys were just born, so it's not surprising. I placed a request for a counselor, but I was denied due to chronic shortages of manpower. That should do it. Well, Do you have any dizziness or anything? No, I am fine. We are combat models, so even our training causes heavy wear and tear. Regular tune-ups like this are very much appreciated. No, I didn't really do much. To be honest, I wish you guys didn't have to fight. You are very kind, but I was developed for combat. To deny combat is to deny my very existence. You're right. I'm sorry if I said anything that confused you. Nothing seems particularly unusual. Are you not feeling well? I have been studying fables and proverbs, but I am unable to use them properly, and I am always being laughed at. But your linguistics center doesn't seem to have any abnormalities. I see, but I must be just thinking too much. They do say, better safe than curry, so I figured I had nothing to lose in being overly cautious. Say, do you know any other proverbs? Others? Casting food before swine, adding insult to perjury, roast meat prey upon the meal. Where did you learn those? A soldier knowledgeable in proverbs taught me. Is there something wrong with me after all? Well, first, I think you should change teachers. With some light counseling, they seem to have no problems at first glance, but errors show up when we try to install new software. That's because the compensator program makes it seem like you're getting through to them, but if you examine more closely, errors start showing up in their subconscious. In other words, the stress eventually gets to them. Basically, they're the same as infants. With some light counseling, it's just nothing new. Okay, your values are stable. I don't see any particular problems. Understood. Then I will return to my duties. Wait a minute. I think you could have expressed a bit more joy. Maybe your emotion expression isn't working right. I am a Realian developed for combat. I believe such fluctuations of emotions are unnecessary for my duties. That's true, but... Already talked to you. I'm sure at Vector you must have a much larger and more sophisticated tuning department. In the Army, the Realians are becoming a more vital part of the force, but we are still way behind when it comes to maintenance and tuning. Well, I guess it just means many of the Army higher-ups only think of Realians as disposable tools. Lately, I find functional impediments occurring when communicating with a certain person. My pulse becomes rapid, perspiration increases, and I become unable to articulate well. That's odd. I wonder if it's an OS bug. It doesn't hinder you in your normal duties? No, as long as I do not come in contact with that person, the abnormalities do not seem to appear. What could it be? Is that person spreading a virus or something? So, who is this person? Alan, a member of Vector 1st R&D Division. What? Alan? Yes, I feel lightheaded whenever I see Alan, and I become confused and embarrassed. I become unable to converse normally. You have some interesting symptoms. I see. She has a crush on Alan. It's no good. I don't know what the cause is. What? She can't tell? Could it possibly be that Alan is emitting strange waves? No, that's not it. She probably has a crush on Alan. I guess we'll need to examine Alan. She's off. She's way off base. I wonder what's wrong. Your brainwaves seem to be chaotic. Ever since I was assigned to the Woglinde, I haven't been the same. I've slowly lost mental composure, and my body has begun to manifest minute spasms. The shape of these waves, could it be fear of battle? Fear of fighting? I was developed for combat. How could that be? It's okay. Don't worry about it. There's nothing wrong with you. The emotion called fear is natural to all living things.
Well, I've made some adjustments, but please contact 3rd Division once we return. I recommend they receive more intensive counseling soon.
I'll be sure to do so. You know, I'm really impressed. Providing Realian psych support on top of developing Cosmos? I hear even specialized counselors have a hard time...
Oh, I'm just making the most of what my mentor taught me. I'm glad I could be of help. Besides, I always wanted to work in the 3rd Division. Actually, I'm thinking about requesting a transfer once my current work's finished.
But Vector's first R&D division has the best researchers in the organization. Everyone knows not just anyone can get in there. Are you sure that you want to transfer?
Oh, yes. Besides, my family's always asking, how did you get assigned to the 1st Division? There must have been a mistake in the paperwork. Who knows? Maybe they're right. Besides, I want to learn so much more about them.
What's learning about them going to do for you?
Lieutenant Virgil.
Their stench.
What?
It reeks. I can't get their rotten odor out of my system. Can't you smell it? It makes me sick to my stomach.
Huh? What are you...
That's enough. You got your orders from the Lieutenant Commander, didn't you? One of the goals of this operation is to enhance combat support between the eggs and the new model Realians. And yet you're...
Support? Huh. In a battle against them? The last thing I want to worry about is supporting a bunch of untested, weapons-grade Realians.
Excuse me, but these people are highly qualified soldiers.
These people? You're treating equipment like people?
Oh, you really shouldn't say things like that. These people have the same intellect and emotions as us. And the Miltia Charter clearly spelled out the basic human rights of Realians when it was ratified in 4763.
What a load of crap. Get off your soapbox. You act noble and preach about humanity, but in the end, they're just equipment as far as your company's concerned. Or maybe more like merchandise.
We don't treat them anything like equipment or merchandise.
Then why do you categorize them as weapons-grade Realians? How much more evidence do you need than that? Whatever you care to call them, they're nothing but tools of warfare. Besides, I know your little secret. You guys have an emergency override code to control them, don't you?
Virgil! Why are you...
Huh? What do you want?
It is as you say, sir. We are manufactured as merchandise and raised accordingly. However, I take great pride in what I do now. And this pride was not forced upon me. It is of my own free will.
Free will, huh? Well, good for you. You'd better just enjoy it while you can. The time will come soon enough when you'll realize what's going on. Just you wait.
My apologies, Ms. Uzuki. He wasn't always like that. But then, something happened.
Is he an old acquaintance?
We were classmates at the military academy, and I've been stuck with him since then. It was Milsha.
I see. So, that's why.
You knew about that, huh? Then again, anyone planning to join the 3rd Division would know.
Well, I'm from Milsha.
Huh?
Of course, no one's allowed to go there anymore. My family moved to 2nd Milsha when they transferred the capital after the war. And my brother still lives there alone.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring back painful memories.
Oh, it's all right. After all, it's something we must never forget about. For our sake and theirs as well. Oh no! I forgot I had to report to the bridge. Sorry, I'll come back to check on them later. Bye!
Alright, sorry about that. Hopefully I fixed the frame rate issue. So let's head back into the maintenance room to get an email. Please excuse the sudden email. I am Anj Ropa from the Vector NSS Control Center, a security insurance organization responsible for carrying out network security activities affiliated with Vector conglomerate business ventures. Currently, we are tracking an intruder who has hacked into the 2nd R&D Division's Imaginary Machine Cluster. An Imaginary Machine Cluster is a calculation apparatus that connects laterally to a group of imaginary processors utilizing UMN resources. The 2nd R&D Division's machine cluster is called Mercury and is loaded with its own unique system called Harbeck. We detected that Mercury has been hacked about 1 month ago. When we restored our log file records, however, they indicated that the intruder had invaded the 2nd R&D Division's machine cluster 5 months earlier than we had realized. The intruder always demonstrates the same behavior, logging on once every 216 hours and signing off within 3 minutes. This coincides with the timing and intervals of the suspension of the 4,096 processors among 260,000 structural units. The intruder connects parallel to the 4,096 unused CPUs and uses the imaginary machine cluster for only 2 minutes. This intruder possesses administrative privileges to this machine cluster, and it's possible to disconnect him from this terminal. The reason being that he aborts before all commands have been received. Harbeck itself begins to act up due to a viral infection spread prior to boot up. We even tried conducting reverse searches using quantum algorithms to no avail, because the 60 nodes in between the connection routes, 60 to the 28, got obstructed by variable type dummy routes. We considered isolating Mercury, but even that wouldn't have been a complete resolution to the problem because the intruder would probably try to hack a different machine cluster. Our only option is to capture the intruder. The intruder's motive was not to see the CPU's loading conditions, but to use the calculator itself. Our large quantum inferencing system inferred the intruder's ultimate goal at a 73.48% probability rate to have something to do with the creation of a large AI engineered to destroy. We don't know what he would do with the completed AI, or if the intruder himself would even use it. It could just be that he was commissioned to locate things of value. By all means, we like to catch the offender while he's still in the middle of calculating something. The issue at hand is that the only way to catch the intruder is to be on the lookout for all his variable dummy routes in order to identify the terminal he is connecting from. This is a nearly impossible task, If what I heard is true enough, it is feasible. You, being the smart person you are, probably already know what I'm talking about. That's right. The solution lies in the artificial intelligence, or AI, that you supposedly developed. I heard that your AI was able to figure out complex truths similar to the ones we've been faced with in a matter of 2 minutes. An ordinary AI couldn't pull that off. It makes me wonder if it's really an AI we're dealing with here. If this is true, we may be able to use your AI to pinpoint the intruder's location. We can't allow a destructive AI to be completed. We are hoping we can prevent that with your help. Giving your duties at hand with the most serious consideration, which is your appointment in First R&D Division, I hear the test on the Woglinde is a task that involves the encephalon. I bet it's incredibly exhausting mentally. I am aware that you are doing your other tasks during your spare time, so I will leave the decision whether or not you want to accept this request up to you. Of course, you wouldn't be working for free. I promise compensation appropriate to the task at hand. I look forward to receiving a favorable response from you. Lastly, if I don't receive a reply from you, I will assume that you do not want to take the task on. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to help with the research to capture the intruder? I wonder what I should do. The intruder seems to know how to manipulate the Vector Security Service staff. He's a clever one. If you're not careful, someone may get hurt. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it? It would be great if injury was the worst of it. Well, give it some serious thought before making your decision. I suspect they know the situation over here and sent you an email on the assumption that you would turn down the request. Yeah, but you know, it makes me mad too. I can't believe that AI are being used for no good. I wish everyone respected AI like myself the way you do, Shion. Alright, so let's reply. And we'll choose I will help you. I can't believe someone would create an AI for destructive purposes. We have to stop the intruder by any and all means. Send me an email when you catch the intruder hacking in. I'll be right on this trail. Send to reply. Alright. Some of the soldiers were drafted unexpectedly, so the troop formation is not quite up to par. If the Xenosaga attacked us now, I don't know if we could fight them head-on. Vector employees are all such polite, friendly people. I was under the impression that researchers were all uptight, so I was a little surprised. Hey, that container doesn't belong there. Take it to Block 3. What are you doing? Take all that ammo to the eggs hangar. Nan, with the hangar taken over by that weird monolith, there's no place for other supplies. It's a complete mess. Hi, Shion. You're looking cute as usual. Hello, Mr. Holgar. Hey now, quit with the formalities. Call me Mr. Driller. Driller, did you say? I'm really skilled at using the drill crane. So much so, I wish the Drill Council would acknowledge it. Of course, Susumu, Hori, and I are equals when it comes to drilling. Don't ever confuse me for a run-of-the-mill drill worker. Mr. Holgar? Mr. Driller? What is it, Shion? I have to get going. Bah, that doesn't matter at all right now. A clumsy worker caused an accident, and they can't work because the wreckage is in the way. That's where my drill crane and I come in. But even with an awesome driller like me, this is one heck of a tough job for just one guy. It's tough, real tough for just one guy. That's where you, my cute little Xion, come into the picture. You've answered my drill call. Am I right? I'm right, aren't I? You'll do it, won't you? You'll help my noble cause, won't you? Maybe I should give it a try. Mr. Driller, I'll give it a try, but I may not be able to fully appreciate drilling like you do. Yeah? You'll take over my drill then? Okay, first, I'll teach you how to operate the drill crane. Listen closely. Operating a drill is not about reflexes or clever techniques. It's all about heart and the soul within. Passion for your drill will allow you to operate the drill as you wish. Boy, he's really gone off the deep end. Now, I'll show you how to operate the drill. Listen carefully and get this all down, okay? First, I'll explain vertical movement. If you press the square button, the drill will start moving vertically. If you let it go, the drill will stop right at that spot. Even if you keep pressing the button, the drill will stop once it's reached the end of the rail. Before moving the drill, you can move the camera freely using the left analog stick. You can also switch between cameras using the R2 button. You'll need to switch cameras to determine the drill's precise location, so be sure to make good use of them. Moving the drill is a one-shot deal. Operating the buttons carefully. When you're done moving vertically, you'll then move the crane horizontally. Switch cameras using the R2 button and use the square button to move the drill, just like you did when moving the crane vertically. Of course, this is also a one-shot deal that you can't do over. When you're done moving vertically and horizontally, the drill will do the work on its own. The drill will come down and try anything under it. Obviously, nothing will happen if nothing's there. If you miss, you can always do it over again. If you want to quit, the crane will stop if you press the X button. And that's everything you need to know about the drill. Well, what do you think? Simple, right? I think I get it. Sort of. I got it already. So let's switch camera views. I personally like the top-down view. Now, if you hit all the objects without missing, then you'll get a better prize at the end of this. So let's try this. Got one. Two. Atta girl, Xion. You really understand the soul of the drill. What? You think so? All on target. At this rate, you can take over my job anytime. Oh, here's a present for you. It's a drill passport. Drill passport obtained. Thank you very much. It's a little thank you for showing me what a true driller is all about. Take this item with you too. Obtain Medkit S. So if you happen to miss one of those during that drill crane mini game, then you would just get a medkit as your prize. Miss Uzuki, thank you for your recent subscription for Omega Byte Stored's database services. This is to inform you that we have successfully secured a database domain for you to use. The service utilizes the inspector function on your portable connection gear to acquire specific information only and stores it regularly to our central server. You specify Gnosis and keyword as your categories for your saved data. You will need to save the database plugin attached to this email in order to use the service. Plugins are devices that may be attached to the connection gear to add new functions to it. By request, the database plugin will automatically be saved when this email is sent. Lastly, the database plugin will save data in the database based on need. And this explains you how to use it. Please visit the Omega Byte store again soon. The fact that you received email from the Omega Byte store must mean you will be able to use the UMN database in the near future. Very perceptive. By the way, why did you select keyword and Gnosis as your databases? You have a reason, don't you? Of course. The reason why I thought of using keyword is because I can file all the keywords that come up in conversation in the database. That way, I can always go back and check the detailed description later. I am pretty familiar with most technical terms, but sometimes keywords that I don't know the definitions for appear. Oh, I see. I selected Gnosis just in case. There's a possibility that I will have to fight them in the future, right? I agree with you. You probably won't be able to get by evading battles with Gnosis. On top of that, you may be placed in a situation where you have to fight the same type of Gnosis more than once. Right, so that's why I thought the best thing to do was gather data on them. The most important thing in hand-to-hand combat is to know what your enemy looks like and have an understanding of its behavior. By correctly grasping battle situations, our troops can increase their survival rate by 30%. Please don't worry, we will protect all the personnel aboard this ship. Not even the Gnosis will be able to stand up to the teamwork of the eggs and us. Please be careful around here. It's a high-traffic area for work carts. There's cargo being moved overhead by wires, and just now there was an accident over there. The Waglinde is a truly wonderful ship, but I am unable to express in words how wonderful I think this ship really is. Please go have a walk around the ship and enjoy the greatness of this craft for yourself. Damn it, now where could it be? I thought I left it in this pocket. Is something the matter? Huh? Oh, I think I misplaced the key to my quarters. Where did it go? Damn, I can't find it. I left my key in there, so I better find that key soon, or else Lieutenant Virgil is gonna kick my butt. And another email. Shion, how are you? Have you received the fruit of my labor, the MWS, yet? It's quite impressive, wouldn't you say? What? You haven't tried it out yet? You really ought to see it in action. Anyway, I have a juicy story to share with you today. I think you'll find it interesting. It actually concerns Cosmos. I think that might get your full and undivided attention. You know Boris from 2nd Division Small Munitions Group, right? He's the guy who accidentally set off the experimental BS transmit generator and was nearly fired for it. Well, it seems he hasn't learned his lesson yet because he's secretly planning something behind the director's back again. I thought he was acting suspiciously, so I kept my eye on him, and my intuition proved right. When I pressed him for answers, we struck up an interesting little conversation. I think he filled me in because I kept quiet and let him do all the talking. Hee hee hee. Boris told me that his plan is to develop the ultimate weapon befitting Cosmos. Should he succeed in realizing the potential power of this weapon, one attack will damage the enemy's entire party. The basic design is complete. All that's left to do now is the simulation test. The calculator used in the design, however, is a bit lacking in power, so we decided to farm out the calculation process among several computers. At the moment, we are secretly recruiting friends and interested Vector personnel. A few people from our first R&D division are participating too. The connection node size is approximately 60. Pretty impressive, huh? You have the newest Rios model, right? So how about it? Would you like to participate? It would probably boost the overall calculation speed. What do you think? Sounds interesting, right? Please reply if you'd like to participate. We really like Cosmos to have this weapon. I am sending you the plugin. All you have to do is connect it to your connection gear. Oh, and please do it as soon as you can, okay? If we spend too much time trying to persuade people, I'm afraid some of the higher-ups might find out, so please respond quickly to this email. It should be fine if you send me a response while you're still on the Roglinde. I hope to see from you soon, Miyuki. Let's reply. I read your secret email. Your side project, or Boris project rather, seems risky, but it's a bit more stimulating that way, isn't it? When Boris finishes his weapon, it will increase Cosmos' battle strength. I think there's a reason to help, so I've decided to participate in the project. Please send me the necessary file. Send reply. Okay. The government's investigations unit is keeping a close grip on that object that was recovered the other day. You're Vector personnel, right? Then you must know what that thing we recovered is. The thing we recovered? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about it. Whoa, not even Vector knows about it? I thought the investigations unit came from Vector. It's supposedly something really dangerous. I heard that some of the recovery workers disappeared the instant they touched that thing. Maybe it's the Gnosis' secret weapon? What are these Gnosis things anyway? In this era of scientific omnipotence, I never thought we'd be fighting ghosts and monsters. They creep me out. Ship map. Current location, Corridor 3. Lieutenant Grapple, your excessive use of ammo was noted during today's hostage rescue training. Sorry, I got caught up. As a field commander, you must maintain your composure at all times. Otherwise, your actions will result in the deaths of those whom you command. I know, I'm sorry. Man, I'm getting sick of this. Investigating planetary disappearances and recovering flotsam. There's nothing for us Marines to do. What is a Marine worth without battles to fight? I'm so bored, and I'm getting out of shape. Hey, you're Vector personnel, right? Is it true that this ship has the ultimate anti-Gnosis weapon on board? Yes, that's true. Since it's called the ultimate weapon, it must be really amazing. I bet it's massive and capable of zapping entire hordes of Gnosis, right? Oh no, it's not that large. And about that zapping part... I bet it can fire huge beams from its chest area and vaporize the enemy in a single shot. What? No, I didn't design it to be able to do things like that. So who's gonna pilot the secret weapon? Huh? Well, excuse me, but I have to go. So just keep that as a note later in the game. Hey, Shion. Right here. Over here, right here. Oh, it's Sergeant Swain. Hello, Sergeant Swain. Is something the matter? I've got something for you. I'm going to present you with the results of my research. Research? You mean your hobby of investigating all the doors on the ship? Yup, that's it. But I'm not just investigating the doors. Well, want to know what I'm researching? Yes, please tell me. You know how that nanomachine core is still a black box? Just like when it was first developed? It's a secret, but I hear it has a bug. If used for building and construction, it has a tendency to create useless corridor with locks. This poses no real harm, so it's been kept under wraps. I just happened to find the secret documents describing the bug, and this is a collection of all the hidden passages from all over the world based on that document. This is the secret to my personal hidden warehouse. There's still 17 or 18 I haven't opened yet. I search for them every time we disembark, but it's tough. Well, doesn't it seem fun? Almost like a treasure hunt, right? Oh, the ones on the ship are mine, so don't open them. Or rather, you already found the door? That's my Shion. You're sharp as a tack. Thank you very much. Obtain segment file. Discovered segment address number 7. So I think this is a good time to stop the video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Have fun.